Hey there, Apostles. Welcome back to Euphrosyne Visions Tarot, and my name is Joyeeta. And today we're going to have a look at what it is that is stopping you from having your sacred union with your divine counterpart. Okay, so even if you are already in a relationship, but you sense that there might be some issues that might crop up or something like that, you can still watch this video. And if you guys are in no contact and situationship, anything like that, uh I mean, you have to fit the bill, right? You have to see which shoe fits. So you can still watch this video, and once again, as I always say, take what resonate and leave what doesn't. Okay, so before you guys, there's two cards, there's two piles. This is pile number one, which is the card of Tower, card number 16. And then we have pile 2, which is the card Sun, card number 19. So take a deep breath and select one of these piles intuitively. I've also divided these piles according to the zodiac signs, which you can check out in the description box to see and make a better decision if you if you kind of like have a confusion while selecting using the cards. Okay, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hey there, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So if you chose the card Tower, the card number 16, then this is your reading. Let me first lay down all the cards so that I hope you guys are able to see the cards. Yeah, that's better. Then we have the Empress, card number 3. Then we have the card of Instinct. This is from the Chakra Oracle, the Chakra Healing Oracle deck. So each of these cards are associated with a chakra. So since this is a neutral chakra, since a lot of times it is said that your crown chakra is purple, but I would also like to say that it might be purple, but it's also neutral. And in this particular deck, this gray color cards associate to the crown chakra, the Sahasra, right? So it's related to that. And this is the card Instinct. And then for your tarot, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the 8 of Coins, and we have the 9 of Wands. I hope you guys are able to see the cards just once. Okay. All right. So right off the bat for pile 1, the one thing that's stopping you from having your sacred union with your divine counterpart is your own negative mindset towards relationships in general. Okay. Now, there's two scenarios. I'll tell both of these scenarios, and obviously, as I mentioned before, that you have to choose which one is your situation, which one resonates with you. Okay, so for those of you guys who are not in any relationship, who are single, but you might have had a recent heartbreak, a breakup, or even if it was not recent, it might have been something, let's just say, a year before, or maybe 3 years ago, or maybe even 3 months or 10 months ago, something like that. This is for you to know that you think that you are healing. And specifically, I feel that these particular segments of people who have just had their heartbreak or breakup, or have had negative experiences in their love life, they think that diverting their attention towards their work is actually going to help them. And it doesn't, because the weird thing is that you guys always keep on looping around the same thing, right? You feel that if you deviate your attention to something else, your work, your other areas of your life, your love part will be figured out. But then when you don't see anything happening in your love life, and actually not finding a partner who matches your energy, your vibration, and the things that you need, you guys get frustrated. And that in turn makes you feel that, oh, there's probably no one in this world that I can love. There's probably no one in this world who can, love me the way that I want to love and match me at the same level, right? But if you think about it, if you take a moment with yourself and if you do some retrospection, you'll be able to realize that half of the time that is because you yourself have made this mindset, this unconscious energy in your brain, that every time you find someone, you like someone, or you meet someone, it is going to have that same energy, the same end. So it's kind of like there's this Taylor Swift song where she says that I know how the story ends, right? I don't remember which song that was, but that's exactly your energy, right? Even if you do meet someone, even if you do like someone, you always have this at the back of your mind that I know how this story ends. And that, in fact, what it does is that this is kind of like a divine test, like the universe testing you every time that this person is not getting over this mindset. So what happens is that you keep on attracting those same people who are not able to meet you at your energetic level, at your vibrational level. And it has nothing to do with the people, how they treat or whatever. That's a secondary thing. That's not what we are trying to discuss right now. What we're trying to discuss is that your own mindset attracts these negative people, and that is a test that union throws your way, which you seem to be failing, and that is exactly what is stopping you from having your sacred union. Because we got the card of 10 of cups, you clearly have your match. There is a match, but you're not prepared for it. You keep on having these foundational breakdowns because you yourself are not nurturing that heart space and believing that there's a stable love out there, there's a sacred union love out there, right? One thing that I've recently, started working more on, and I feel that a lot of people should also start, is that if you think about it, half of the time when we try to stay positive, when we do meditation, when we try to be spiritual and just do all those things, we tend to do it with the thought that it will immediately happen, right? Now, for some of the people it does happen, and that's obviously because the universe senses that your energy is ready, and all those, there's a lot of things that goes behind that energy. But another thing is that sometimes, specifically in your case, when you think that okay, maybe deviating somewhere else will bring the love in, but if you are not taking care of your heart space, if you're not filling your cup, if you're not feeling that good about love in general, then that is something that is not going to manifest in your life in the way that you want it to be, because you are letting your ego self, your human ego self, speak to you, and you set a timeline, you set a way that it has to be controlled. And that is not the act of surrender. That is actually not even the act of being in the present. Being in the present is, you are first of all very, very positive towards what it is that you imagine in your life, and a partner like that actually exists, and you live in that energy every day. When that happens will depend on when your energy is ready and when you're in the divine timing, or when you're in the divine alignment. Okay, now I know that it feels very frustrating to keep on hearing the same message that, oh, it's going to happen in the divine timing. But let me tell you, the biggest fallacy about divine timing is not the fact that you have a certain date, for example, when you were born, that okay, in at this date you will find your divine partner and all those sacred union. Ask yourself right now, while you're watching this video, if you are ready for the sacred union, if at all in your mind, anywhere, any corner of your heart believes that nothing messy is gonna happen in this connection. If you can answer confidently that okay, yes, I do believe, every part of my heart believes, that is your divine timing, that is your divine alignment. Universe responds to the energy, okay? It does not respond to doubt, and universe is pretty smart, and it will sense that energy in you. Okay, so that is exactly what is stopping you from having your divine, your sacred union with your divine counterpart. And with the number threes, I'm getting this is kind of like a person who is likely to come to you in your life when you are balanced in all areas of your life. And when I say balanced in all areas of your life, is that you are prepared, you believe in a positive, you have a positive mindset towards love, and you leave it and you're taking care of your all the other things in your life, right? This might also be someone who might come to you through a business partnership or even through community. Like with the Empress, I'm feeling that it might actually be someone from your childhood, maybe someone that you already know, or maybe also someone from your family, like your family might introduce or something like that. Specifically with the 10 of cups and the Empress next to each other, I'm getting this feel that this could be a family introduction, like family introduction, or maybe some sort of workplace energy, like you meet them through a collaboration, a business partnership, or something like that. So this might feel a bit off topic, but since that's the message that I'm getting, I also want to let you know that once you do have your sacred union with this person, with your divine counterpart, I feel that you guys might start a family pretty soon, right? And it's going to be like a sudden, so you know what to take care of. But if that is something that you want, that's completely fine. But if that is not something that you're looking for at that point, so you will have to be aware. But you will definitely have a family with this person, a very emotional, nurturing family. And weirdly, with the Nine of Wands and the Empress, I'm getting the feel that this person, your divine counterpart, regardless of the fact that they are masculine or feminine. So, if you are a feminine who's watching this, your partner, your masculine, your divine counterpart, is actually going to be the more nurturing one in this relationship. Your relationship will not be the typical, it will not have the typical flow of energy like how it is expected in general, right? They will be the more nurturing one. And at times you will feel so grateful that you actually started believing in love again, because this is the kind of love that you deserved and you finally got it. With the Nine of Wands, I also feel that when you do meet this person, there might be certain challenges, like, psychologically, a few triggers propping up here and there. That what if this turns out to be another lesson? But at the same time, with the Eight of Coins next to the Nine of Wands, you're being asked to believe and keep on working together. This person has that very partnership energy where they believe that a relationship is a team and you both need to work it out. But you will have to work on your triggers before that, okay? Because while they will give their 100%, and they actually don't really expect you to give their 100% as well, but obviously if you keep on projecting that trigger, that trauma on them, so it might actually cause conflicts between you guys with the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Coins. So you need to work on your own healing. You'll need to work on those triggers. And what I really love about this energy is that you both have such a balanced the yin and yang aura in you guys. And while this person is also nurturing, they also have this protection energy, like these very protective vibes. They will take the role of being the protector in the relationship. Now again, regardless of the fact that whether you're masculine or a feminine watching this video, because even if you are a masculine who's watching this video, this person, your divine counterpart, still will be very, very protective towards your connection. And I feel even in general that you guys will be very private in nature. Yes. So I think so this is for the guys, for the few lots of you who are like in this, have this particular situation. For the others who might be in a relationship, but you're not having that long-term commitment, or any issues propping up, this thing still applies to you, but with a slight deviation of where you need to work on, right? I feel that for those of you guys who are already involved in a connection, both of you guys don't really don't really believe in the happily ever after itself, which is so weird because I can clearly see with the Empress and the Ten of Cups that you do feel that you guys have a long-term potential. But something about your past or something about your inherent makeup, maybe it's the fact that you have seen a lot of people around you guys who have had like not so healthy relationship. You guys tend to retreat rather than, nurture the connection together. You guys tend to retreat and start focusing on different areas of your life rather than coming to a partnership and nurturing the relationship and working on the relationship, understanding that okay, maybe we can do these things to figure that out, or maybe we can do these things to figure that out. And in this particular situation, what happens is that even when one party decides to put the effort, the other actually becomes slightly protective, not because they don't want to put the effort in the connection, but also because they have their own triggers that keeps on propping them up. And that kind of delays and makes the connection fall off and then come off the ground again, and then fall off and then come off the ground again. So for you guys, you will not be able to see your sacred union until you both realize that it takes two to do a tango, right? It takes two to do a tango. Like, it's just so very clear. You both need to be able to, nurture each other first. Fill your cup and then fill each other's cup. Okay? Stop being so much in your mind, and specifically pile one who's watching this video. Your person is also someone who stays, who over analyzes a lot in their minds, right? You do that too. Sometimes both of you guys become very analytical, very logical when it comes to heart. But heart related matters are supposed to be dealt from your heart space, right? Of course, there has to be a balance. You're not being asked to be a fool and make wrong decisions. But at the same time, you have to find that balance, right, with your mind and with your nurturing self. You both need to put that effort, and obviously this connection has a long-term potential. You both know that. You both just need to work on that, right? And that's exactly when you will see the sacred union. Okay, Palwan, so that's the message that I have for you. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and comment down below and claim the reading. And if you want to book a personal paid reading with me, then you can find all the details in the description box, and you can reach out to me on my email. You can reach out to me on my Instagram. And yeah, that's it. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey there, Paltu. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose the card, the Sun, the card number 19, then this is your reading. Let me first lay down the cards and then we'll get to your reading right away. We've got the card High Priestess, card number 2. You've got the card of Forgiveness. We've got 3 of Swords. We've got the High Priestess and the Death. Interesting. So before we get into your reading, I just want to mention about this deck. So this is the Oracle healing, not Oracle healing. This is the Chakra Oracle healing deck. So each of the cards is associated with a chakra, right? And this card is associated with the purple. Yeah, so it's associated with the third eye, the Ajna chakra. Yeah, I think so. This is, yeah. So this is associated with the card of Ajna, which is your third eye chakra. We'll get into the reading and understand more why this particular card popped up in your reading. But I just wanted to let you guys know in case that, okay, what exactly do the different colors stand for, okay? Now, for pile number 2s, this is really interesting because I have seen this particular thing happening like for the past couple of videos, that there is some sort of similarity between both of the piles, right? And While this pile is not exactly, oh, I see two Frenchies. I think so. They're Frenchies. They're just taking a walk outside. I'll get to why I mentioned that, because they are pairs, right? Which is so fitting for this particular pile too. But first of all, let me finish what I was saying before. So while this pile is not directly related to the pile one, but there is some small messages which are common in both of these piles. So if you want to check those that pile up, so you can do that as well. Okay, so first of all, the card Sun, and with the two Frenchies that were going, one was white and one was brown, I think. Yeah, so they both are couples. I know that because I have seen those dogs around for a while, and this community itself is like having a lot of pets in general. So you can meet each other. I also have a golden retriever, so they kind of meet each other. The Sun and the two Frenchies, I'm connecting in that manner because right now you do not understand that you, or maybe you kind of like don't believe that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have that that sacred union itself. This is not about the fact that you don't believe in love. It's rather than the fact that you don't feel that anything like that even exists. Like this, like the pile one's energy was more leaning towards that, oh, maybe this is how it ends, but they still try. But for you guys, it's kind of like you don't even want to try anymore. That's the energy that I'm getting. Like you guys don't even believe that there's something of the long term potential, like there's something called like sacred union or whatever. Because with the Sun being your first card of you, obviously that was the card for your pile selection, but with the Sun being that card for you, I feel that your biggest challenge towards your sacred union is to believe that sacred union does exist. Like it's kind of like very extreme. I don't know. Now take what resonates, but I feel that a lot of you guys are constantly in and out of a lot of situationships, connections, purely because you crave company. But this sounds really weird. I know, but it's just kind of like you crave company, so you go and get into situationships, connections, pretty hot and cold, and you're fine with that because at the end of the day you believe that nothing long term exists, nothing sacred union, there's nothing like that. This is a human nature to just betray and just be with themselves. And I feel so this is coming for you guys, not just from your past experiences, but also from your very near close ones. Now, this message might not be for everyone, but take what resonate, okay? I feel that for a lot of you guys, this has something to do with your family dynamics as well. Maybe this is something that you actually saw growing up, and it kind of got, engraved in your mind that there's nothing like that. It's just even long-term commitment, marriage, or sacred union is just a tool and resource to get the benefits out of a connection. And I just don't mean the physical benefits, like every other benefits in the society and financial and all those other things, which is really sad as well. This pile has so much pain, but I don't know how to actually name that pain. It's not just a pain of betrayal, it's a pain of disappointment. It's a grief of disappointment. Yeah, it's a grief that nothing beautiful like true love, sacred union exists in the world. Even if this was not your family dynamics, I definitely feel that you have seen a lot of people having these kind of situations, and even you yourself might have at least have had such kind of experiences at least once or maybe twice or maybe thrice, but definitely. But even if you didn't, you grew up in an environment where you saw these um, this this particular experience was kind of the norm where you grew up or where you stay. But you know what? With the High Priestess, so we got the card of High Priestess 2 times, right? I also feel that this pile too, this particular energy, this particular behavior, this particular thought process, you want to get out of it, right? You want to make peace with with whatever experiences that you have seen, right? And honestly, I can understand this message that we are discussing right now might be really triggering. So if you want to skip this message completely, then please feel free to do so, okay? However, I do feel that you want to make peace with that energy. You want to make peace with that, with the past. You want to have and experience something this beautiful. You just don't know. You just don't know if it's something that, a concept like that even exists. You guys definitely wear your heart in your sleeves. Some of you guys might be actually very, very introverted. Very, very introverted. You are someone who is very, you don't really speak that much. Yeah, you don't really speak that much, and I feel that a lot of you guys might also have issues like migraine, like headache, nightmares, insomnia. Some of you guys might also be having some sort of breathing issues. You want to make peace with the situation. That is definitely something that I'm seeing. Like this death card has a wreath. Now, I know this is not a wreath of olive branch, but this wreath is giving me that peace branch vibes. And with the death, you definitely want that transformation. You want the change. Like how from this skeleton, this other half is a lady, like a human, right? You want this change. You don't want to feel that, it's so hard for me to choose the words because I know this could be triggering, but you don't wish to feel like a dead person living in a living body. Like in a live body. You don't want to feel like a dead person in a live body. You want to know what it feels to love, to feel appreciated, to feel supported from your heart space, because you definitely never really got that from your partners, not even in the romantic context, but also not from your family. This particular card is giving me the vibe like this rhinoceros is your past, like your past, or maybe even your future self and your childhood self, like your inner self wants to give it a hug and say that it's okay, make peace with it. You did your absolute best. You did your absolute best. You tried your best to be a good human being, and it's not your fault. And really, pile two, like even like not even connecting to this reading, I really, really want to send you guys a lot of healing energies. You guys are really beautiful and very, very deserving of love. Just know that. I am kind of like, I really want to cry when I'm doing this reading, and I feel you, and I know that there's a lot of pile twos out there who might select this pile, but really, really, I feel you, I understand you, and you are loved, and you're very well deserving of everything good in your life, okay? I don't know. The sacred union for you has to happen within yourself first. Like Shiv and Shakti, the divine feminine, divine masculine, the yin and yang. It's for you, it's not the sacred union that we are talking about externally. It's the sacred union from within. I definitely see that transformation coming in. You're trying to make that peace. I know that at times that you, with the high priestess 2 times, it might happen that a lot of time you kind of like go back to your old ways and believe that there's no point in doing whatever that you want to do, or you're trying to do. But with the 2 twos, it's all about balance, and you will find that balance, okay? You will find that balance. You will come to that balance, and it's fine to take that time. Okay, don't rush this journey of, you know, of the sacred union, not just to your divine counterpart, but also within. Take your time, because the first step you have already conquered is that you want to make peace with that. You want to make peace with whatever experiences that you had, and you want to move out of it. You actually truly want to feel that love from within. And you will do that. You will do that. You will clearly do that. 2026 could be really specific for you guys. I feel March could be really specific. I feel October could be really specific. 2026. I definitely see the transformation coming from you, because we started the spread with the sun and we ended with the death, which is kind of like flip side usually. So it's a transformation at the end, the happiness at the beginning. But for you, the sun card holds a different meaning, right? So it's negative to positive here. Like this entire spread is from negative to positive. You are coming to that transformation. You definitely will. Also, I would suggest that if you can, if you can, start journaling, or start journal. So whenever you have instances where you start to feel like you're going down the spiral, just have a separate journal, something that something which you really love. And the reason why I always teach my my students that they have to be very particular, they should actually choose the journals very carefully whenever I'm teaching them about manifestation. It's not because it's about the quality of the journal or whatever. I feel that if it's a journal, if it's a copy, if it's a book, whatever, that makes you feel good when you are about to open it, or maybe that makes you feel calming and peaceful when you're about to write in it, you are more likely to be, calm into that energy. Just peace out and just flow into that energy, right? So get a journal. If you don't have one, choose your favorite with any kind of designs, any kind of shape, wherever you want to get that. And whenever you feel that you are spiraling down that negative mindset in this Three of Swords, just start writing what things that you feel are happening and what things that you want to go, right? So create a line in the middle. The reason why I do that is I ask my students to do that is because that's kind of like a flow, like you're coming from here to here. Usually a lot of people would do that. First they'll write that, okay, these are the things, these are my challenges, and then these are the things that they want to work on. But that's not something that I want you guys to do, because my way of working is that I just don't want you to write it for the sake of writing it. And whenever you use illustrations and these flow and these way of writing, it actually imprints in your subconscious mind in a much effective way. So create a line, create a boundary uh, in the middle, and on one side, on the left side, you will write about the challenges and all these things that you experiences, all these things that you're feeling, and all these things that are making you feel not that good about yourself, and all those all those negative mindsets that you're having. And right next to it, on the right side, you will create a line, an arrow, and then you will write all those things that are happening right now, but all those things that will happen for you in the future and you have already let go of. So for example, on your left side, you're writing that I'm struggling with believing that sacred union exists. On the right side, you'll create, like in the middle, you'll create an arrow, and on the right side, you'll write that I have worked on my heart space, and I truly believe now that I'm well deserving of everything good, and the universe loves me and I am loved. That is where you want to be, right? And while this might not happen immediately, but I always believe in the law of resonance. The more you keep on repeating these things, see, this is not a thing that you will do for one day. You'll do it every time you're about to spiral in this negative mindset, right? So whenever you keep on doing that, you will realize that it has kind of like trained your subconscious mind into believing that, you know, this is where I am and this is who I will be, right? You'll start living in that energy, if not immediately, after a certain point, but you definitely will, right? So that's the message that I have for you, pile 2. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and comment down below. And if you want to book a personal paid reading with me, then all the details are in the description box. And yeah, and I'll see you next time. Bye.